So the last weekend in April, and we're getting some snow. I think it's supposed to be like 1 or 2 inches. So it's much later in the day, and I think I'm gonna pack it up and call it quits. I'm gonna watch some Home Improvement, relax, and pass out. I am very happy with the new computer. Well, for one, Windows 10, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I probably should have updated before. I just didn't feel a need to, I guess. I like how it feels smoother. It feels, well, everything is more crisp and clear, obviously because the user interface is so much newer, but it just feels like it has a really good flow to it. It's very quick and responsive. The computer, I'm very happy with the rendering. That last video I put on was like, what, 9 to 12 minutes, somewhere around that range, and no overheating issues, no nothing. The computer ran perfectly fine, and it got it done, and it was awesome. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the fans overheating and whatnot. Very much looking forward to when I actually do get my own place and I get the computer set up in its own separate location and starting to work on games. I think what I'm going to do is kind of like what the Beard Bros have, where Gerard plays the game and he has somebody who may want to watch, like Alex or Brett, and they'll just sit through and they'll watch him play the game. I think that's what I'm going to do, just so it gives me someone to talk to while I'm playing the game and actually sitting down and playing with it. The hard part is figuring out which system I want to start with. Just looking at what I have, I'm thinking about starting with the newer systems and working my way backwards. So PS4 and Switch. I'll probably start with those two systems and then work my way back all the way to the NES, the Sega Genesis, and I'm not going to do Atari. I have the Atari flashback. I'm not going to do Atari. That's boring. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for today. I had a blast. Before I go though, I did see Avengers Endgame twice. I saw it Thursday and I saw it Friday. Absolutely love it. I'm upset with the fact, like, one half of me, the fan of the characters, is very upset with what happened to, or where they took Thor and Black Widow. Like, I want these characters to always be there. The inner kid in me wants these characters to always be the way they were. That's not how it's going to be anymore, just because, I mean, are we going to have another Iron Man movie? Probably not. Not another Captain America movie. Like, that's the only thing I hate about stuff like this, is when it's like Harry Potter. It was fantastic until you got to the last movie, and then you realized, hey, there's not going to be any more. We waited so long for Endgame to come out, and yet, now that it's out, everything's done. Now we just have a whole nother series of Marvel movies to go through, starting with Spider-Man Far From Home. Kind of bummed about that, but I'm interested to see what they do with Thor. I want to see what they do with his character. I'm trying not to say any spoilers and whatnot. Yeah, I'm a little torn on his character, so we'll see. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it is now the 28th. 20th, it's Sunday. I think it's the 28th. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm saying the wrong dates. I got up this morning. This is literally what it looked like. We had a good amount of snow covering, and I wake up and this is what we get. It's completely empty. There isn't a trace of snow anywhere. This weather is so weird. Anyway, I'm trying to, since my computer is up and Windows 10 is just fully optional right now. Got some Super Beard Bros going in the background, watching some Donkey Kong Country 2. Got some stream going over here. I still need to get this monitor working properly. The back of my graphics card doesn't take the original hookups that I had for it for the old graphics card. So now I'm trying to order a DVI to HDMI hookup to get that going properly. So once that comes here, I'll have my two screens and it'll be all hunky-dory. Other than that, since I got the PC running very smoothly right now with Windows 10, I was thinking about just cruising through and playing all of my Steam games as quick as possible. It's gonna take a while with some of them because Final Fantasy, I have a few Final Fantasy games on there, and those are not something you take quick. Those, I think it's like speedruns average around like 5 to 7 hours. So those aren't exactly easy games to to go through. But otherwise, not too much going on today. Got some laundry I got to do, getting ready for work tomorrow, going through some of the stuff, getting a little bored, and just seeing if I can rearrange some stuff and make the packing easier for when I do move. But yeah, not too much going on today. So it is now the 30th. It is Tuesday. This week is just cruising along now. So I've had enough time in Windows 10 playing around with it where I've actually come to a small conclusion, and I wonder how other people feel about something like this. Basically, when it comes to technology, I am all for it because I'm under the assumption that I make the technology work for me. I don't work for the technology, it works for me. It's a tool that I want to use to better my life. A lot of people don't like technology because it's a huge change for them. They don't like changing that much. They see a phone with a bunch of apps on it and they get scared or worried. With Windows 10, I think it's a good example because there was a bunch of stuff on, like when I clicked on the start menu and a bunch of stuff came up, I didn't need any of it. I deleted probably 95% of the apps that Windows had on there, and I just had stuff that I used on a daily basis, stuff like the weather or Microsoft Word or my email, just programs that I use on daily basis. And I think people going with technology, I think that would help them change better or better adapt to it if they took that mentality where instead of looking at a phone and seeing, wow, there's just a lot here that I don't want to deal with, you're right, you don't need to deal with it. Delete it all and only keep what you need. I think that would help a lot more. I think more people would be inclined to learning about technology and using it more often. But that's going to do it for tonight. I had a game loading, that's why I wanted to film this, because I wanted something to do while that game was loading or installing on my computer. Got some home improvement going in the background. I am going to relax the rest of the night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Morning, guys. So it is now the 1st of May. We are getting some very beautiful spring weather. Oh, I think it's beautiful. We're getting rain. The grass is growing. It's green. It's lush. I looked out this morning. It's about 7:30 right now. I'm about to head out and do some stuff for work. But I wanted to show you something I thought was really cool. Looks like we got about 2 toms out there. You got one alpha, and it looks like that one behind the pole right there, that looks like it could be a Jake, so he's not strutting in front of the tom. So yeah, we got that going on in our backyard right now. So I'm just gonna head out, do some stuff for work, and I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. So today was more of a relaxing day. A lot of rain, or more like drizzle on and off all day today, so it was kind of relaxing. I want to clarify before with the turkeys. I said there was there were 12 birds altogether. There were 2 males from what I could see. There was a tom and a jake. But what is the difference between a tom and a jake? I'm going to teach you some knowledge. Basically, when you look at a turkey strutting, you can tell if it's a tom, an older adult male, or a jake, an adolescent male, by the tail. If the center tail part is longer than the 2 edge pieces of the tail, and I'll show you pictures here to clarify, that is a jake, that is an adolescent male. If it's a tom, that whole fan will be even along the top. A hen, you can tell the difference because they're brown. They don't have all the colorization or the colors in their tail feathers and whatnot that you would see in a male. Kind of like a cardinal. Male cardinals are the bright red ones. The females are brown. A couple big myths with identifying turkeys is that if they have the black little sharp spurs on the back of their heel, or if they have a beard in the front, that would be a male. That is incorrect. If there have been some rare occasions where hens have actually had spurs and beards. So just a heads up, if you see a turkey and it's strutting, look for the tail. The more you know. Okay, so I need to get your guys' opinion on something. There are 109 games on my computer that I currently need to play through. There are a bunch of games that I got either for free or in a package that I am trying to play through, and I absolutely hate it. If it was a game that I had on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 360 or any actual console, I would trade the game in a heartbeat and not play it. Should I continue playing the game? If it's on PC. PC, you can't return the games. If you have a Steam, where I buy my games, they have a return policy, but basically the game has to be brand new, and you have to have less than so many hours on it for it to actually be considered redeemable. So do I continue playing the games, or do I just hang them up and actually put it towards games like I want to finish? Because a lot of the games that I have on there, I'm just not going to play, and they're stupid and I can't get rid of them. So unfortunate, but what am I going to do about it? But yeah, I have 109 games to finish. I had 149 altogether. Only 40 of them are finished. My goal is to completely finish my backlog for PC gaming. That is probably the most tedious of all of my backlogs. So if I can get that done, that is a huge stepping stone in actually completing my backlog. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a house to go look at tomorrow, so I will fill you in on more information if it actually goes to plan tomorrow, but that's the reason why we're going to take a look at it. There's a whole bunch of unknowns with this next one, so I'm not really sure if I'm looking forward to this one or not, but I will fill you guys all in on the next video. Take care and peace out.